they're attacking your rooks, threaten a queen. If they're attacking your queen, threaten checkmate and pawn. And in all cases, you can counterattack with check as an in-between move. Counterattack, the #1 tool, recommended by grandmasters.
It's really all about your diet. You know, you are what you study. And if you study great players, you play great chess. Playing blitz with Hikaru Nakamura, or regularly playing blitz with someone who literally shows you glaringly what you're doing wrong, like that. There is no substitute for the old-fashioned, you know, just getting slapped across the face when you make a mistake. Just no substitute.
The problem is that right now...
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, grasshoppers. A blizzard has changed my plans for this weekend. I thought that I was actually going to be visiting / hopefully playing in a real tournament this weekend. But IRL was somewhat canceled by the irony of ironies. It was somewhat canceled by... Let's just change this board. This board is pretty horrid. There we go. That's acceptable. That's an acceptable board. And so, you know, I haven't had anyone play e4 against me. Or have I? Am I continuing with the French? Or am I not? This is a good question. Or are we going to play a Sicilian? Or are we going to play... I'm not playing the modern. I'm studying Carissa Yip's games, but I do not feel comfortable playing the modern. The Alekhine was what I was playing this morning. I was playing the Alekhine this morning. I was playing with French defense all of last week. I was answering e4, e5. Now there's an option. e4, e5. Let me just get a clock in for Chess Informant while I can. And for the 1000 best of the best. And for killer chess training while I'm at it. I have to decide what I'm going to do here. We can clip that in the bud. I need to change it so that the moderator is not read out loud. That's what I need. The moderator is not read out loud for certain things. You know what? We are going to play. We are going to play. Or try to get more e5 games in. An interesting choice. The Vienna game. Ah, yes. The Vienna game. I believe that I play knight takes c3 next. We will look these things up afterwards. That is the best way to study chess, honestly. I was really worried about the 9th move of other variations, but I'm not going to be concerned about it just yet. We have a better pawn structure. We retain the 2 bishops. How bad can it be? Scratch this. Got a spot on my a spot on my screen. Fortunately, it's a touch screen, but also, unfortunately, it's a touch screen as well. Sorry about that. Let's move the board up so that the chess informant, bottom left-hand corner. Oh, I forgot I had that book. The Archangelisk Variations. Bottom left-hand corner. My lesson is over. My tournament has begun. What's up? What car? Oh. Yeah.
Now our Parliament Bridge.
To definitely get the car. A scooter should be charged. It should be in the basement. It's by the door. It's behind the door. It's in that closet. Thank you, Boo-Boo. It fits in the back seat well. Now, do we wish to push? I don't know, but let's just see what it is that we are getting out of this mess. My opponent is 2195. It is true. I'm going to go for the better pawn structure variation. As best I can. As best I can. As best I can. So do we take with check first? It seems like white's in trouble here, but I could be wrong. Let's get some tunes going. This is a very dry stream without tunes when you're playing such a serious event. I still like the ivory. I don't necessarily know that that was such a good track. FX 23, 28, songs with drops. Can I play it that way? How are you, Bob? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. I believe that these are all subscribers who get the voice TTS. I do need to turn down the volume just a little bit. To 42. Now what are we up to? Knight d4? I am very okay, sir. Now he has a bishop, but I have a pawn. I thought he might go for that. I thought he might go for that. It looks like I'm losing this one. I got a little carried away. I got a little carried away. I did not think through what I was supposed to do. Nothing unusual for me to be dead lost after 15 moves. Nothing at all unusual. There's a place for me. No tournaments should allow pre-moves. Because he plays rook c1 on my pre-move, and then rook c4. Yeah, I'm dead lost. It is time for my opponent to pocket the full point. Now, what do we do? What would Paul Carras do? I see. All right, we survived. We did answer e4 with e5. We did survive. Queen e2 was inaccurate. King f1. That was craziness, everyone. Crazy, 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 craziness. Arg. I am checking on. No school tomorrow, of course. That is my day off. Yes, we have an official blizzard. Myself down. So bishop takes c2. I had a better move. How about not giving away a piece? Oh, no. Really? Not giving away a piece, huh? Does it really want me to go that way? I don't think so. I don't know, Bob. It's very annoying. I am hoping to reschedule a lot of lessons for tomorrow from the coming weekend. That much is true. If I can. You missed a full week because of school, or you're in Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore Bob. What the heck? I don't know about Baltimore being there. I hope your flight back was uneventful. All right. Meanwhile, we have a few new guests if they haven't actually subscribed. I need everyone to subscribe to YouTube as much as they can to support this channel. I really do appreciate it. What in the world? Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. I'm not seeing my Streamlabs multi-chat. Where is the real Streamlabs multi-chat? Let's close chess base in the background just in case. I just noticed that it was open. And Instagram. What in the world could this be? Does it really want me to play this move? I think not. I'm at a loss for this move. What am I supposed to play here, Bob? Give him a check this way? And if f3, bishop d7. And I'm forking 2 pawns. Got it. It didn't like my bishop d3 at all. A takes b4 is terrible. It wanted me to take a second pawn, I'm sure. And now I've got the counterplay. No? Bishop takes d5. What in the world? Ah, I see, said the blind man. So if d takes c6, then I get to counterattack. Wow, what a move, but I don't like it. I'm still clearly worse here. I'm still clearly worse. But how did I save that? Reviewing Black's mistakes. So I played pretty darn well. This is the heat for all the other players. That much is true. Everybody who finishes in the top 2. The top 2 finishes overall. Whose games do we have to watch? Let's check out F. Menlo, my favorite guy. He's so generous to me last week, if anybody remembers. Well, I thought I closed you. Well, he avoided king b4.
Motion detected at garden.
My daughter is, I'll be right back. Motion detected at garden. All right. Well, these guys finally agreed to a draw. We have 2 minutes before the next round. Killer Chess Training internal tournaments. KillerChessTraining.com. Copy link address for anyone interested in the Killer Chess Training Academy. Which everybody should be interested in the Killer Chess Training Academy. I realized that I might be missing for the next 2 weekends away at a tournament. So I need to find out how these heats work. And we'll paste this one up. Let's pin it up. All right, let's go. Well, I left a water bottle downstairs. Not a big deal. Let's just check our status. Looketh good. All right, now we have to decide what we're doing with white. Last time our opponent played the King's Indian very, very well. And he's lost his question mark, which is all well and good. The rematch, Mr. Menlo. All right. Recommended by Fisher. And now for something completely different. Completely different. Let's just keep loosening him up. We need more weaknesses. Walter Brown. Early B5, A4. Told me that himself. A4. Bishop takes a knight and takes, and this is going to have to work. I am living on borrowed time because I won a game I should have lost. So I let go. Oh, is that what I overlooked? I can't believe it. Yeah. So I promised myself that I would look at this opening later, right? Bishop E3 is the more stable version of H3. This makes sense completely. Let's shrink the screen a little bit so that we can get to. I don't like the lead chess tools. Let's turn that off. Lead chess tools has not benefited me in any way, shape, or form since I started using it. So here we go. We have F4A against bishop E6. Very practical move. Very practical move. Caruana Vachier-Lagrave. I really don't like this diagonal being so weak, though. But I guess it's okay. It's quite amazing that after the first move, it pops up to plus 0.04. But back here, everything is bishop E3. Matcha Latte Bob, if you can sign up for the Killer Chess Training Academy, I would highly recommend it. I think you're old enough, personally. Not Queen D2, Queen F3. Not Queen D2. I also thought this should be helpful or useful. Helpful or useful. Bishop takes D5, knight takes D2. Player database? Where's my player database? Oh no. I've played 21 games with this line H3 now. I was quite happy with my percentage before this game. E5. Oh, knight on D to E2. Because the bishop's going to G2. Makes sense. Has anyone played H5 against me? I must be playing terrible players, right? I did beat Fallen Phoenix. And I was 22-48 when I played that one. That's very cool. Very cool. The Gusta Stoltz Swiss. Got it. I definitely wanted some seltzer. Aside from that, come on, boo boo. What? Hold on, 1 second. We need ketchup and mustard. I don't know if we need hot dog there.
Not totally.
Right. Sure as our light fixture. I was living on borrowed time against Mr. Fisher. Fisher Menlo. All right, let's just see what we've got. 335 other players. %99 accuracy from black. Seven games still going. All right, that gives me time. One minute left to prepare. I've been thrown into the bottom of the table. Best chess 007. Probably enough time to learn on Basanta's list. Let's see what's going on here. Going on here. Not the greatest of pawns in the world. Awkward rook. So the bishop is pinned, and this is a threat. The Vista Royals. The Vista Royals. So Master 05 is from California. They have not done anything in 4 years. We embrace. Very sparse on information, though. Marathon Top 500 did not realize they got a trophy. So what happened here? So it was Bishop D7, Queen pins. Did I lose my YouTube? I guess not. I thought for sure I had. Started streaming 1 hour ago. I gotta change my YouTube channel name. That's craziness. Profile. $481 other players. Oh my God. That's horrible. I don't have time to wait for that. Let's see. Initiative total. We have to play pawn takes because we want to play queen to f6. Does queen f6 do anything? Not with the rook hanging on e3. g4. h5. h5. Uh-oh. There we go. Now we're getting some headway as we try to loosen up the king side. Shadow is living on this 100, this 3-second increment. Pawn takes pawn, rook takes. Rook takes. Might have played rook g3. But he wants to keep the rook on f8 tied up. Not a fan. Not a fan, it seems. But now I'm a fan. Is that really what it's all going to boil down to? I guess so. I'm so bad at chess. Oh. Mr. Mystics. We don't have much of a choice here. Do we? Yep. Check. Yep, that should get the point driven home. So if the king had gone, two minutes. Time to make the lemonade. The New York State. Am I worried about who I'm going to get paired? I'm not worried at all. I'm going to get paired with whoever I get paired with. So we've got the 2 zeros who have not yet played each other. And then we have the half points. He's going up. I cannot play mate in 1 because he is paused. Wait a minute, what happened to mate in 1? Is that the player that I beat in the first round? No, I need your tiebreak points. You cannot pause. You cannot pause. What did you play that you got so scared by? Rook on the 7th? Oh, Jesus. You can't do that. In a Swiss system, you have to play all games. It's imperative that The tie breaks are essential. For example, drawing with someone who only has a half point gives me 0.25, half of my opponent's score. All right. Meanwhile, back to ranch. My opponent still has to move. Rafa, 2906. Well, afraid that when he's playing this way, do I want to tempt him with the Benoni? I enjoy the Benoni. All right, let's see what he's got. I have to establish myself here, as I was telling a student earlier today. Not on G to E2, eh? Interesting. Interesting. Queen E7, maybe. Is he going to show us the sealer sweeper? The sealer sweeper. Where are you going? Going. I don't know. Let's just finish our development. I feel like b5 is possible here. Takes, takes. Not knight takes because of queen to b6. Knight back, knight discovers. Yes, yes, yes. F5. F5. Let's just get it going. Just get it going. A little bit too early to give me credit for that one. Let's see what happened in that mess. Now, I'm used to this with bishop g5. Knight to g3, h4, h5. So knight to g3 is probably the best move here. But I guess we can castle. But then we lose sight of being able to push everything against our opponent. Rook e1, I thought so. That looked really wrong. The sealer sweeper is e5 takes f5. This is a really good position for white. They did not know about the sealer sweeper, I guess, because that's exactly what you're playing for in this line. With knight g3, you're definitely playing for the sealer sweeper. The bishop g5, the e5, the f5, the queen out, the other rook coming in. Everything should be good, and you have this passed pawn. It didn't appear up here, though, so maybe that's why nobody knows about it. No one has a proper chess education anymore with the sealer sweeper. The old Hans Kamok. Pawn structure chess. Yeah, what is this all about? Why would you weaken this square? I did play the best move here. I was looking at knight g4. I couldn't make up my own mind now. Rook b8, knight c5. I didn't know what to play now. h5 could have worked out well, but he has a sealer sweeper anyway. Anyway. Yeah, this was a very strange move. Not sure why that bishop needs to be moved at all, right? Queen f3. Black has lost control over the center. So, knight to g4 was a good move. Didn't look right. d5, fe5, knight fd7. But who would have known that he'd give up his side-by-side center? I was more concerned about this. h3, knight takes g3. hg4, b5. You are back. Matcha latte. How are you, Mon? Bob is good. Bob is good here. Can't believe he gave up his. And then I gave him the check up. He has to play king h1. Nice. Isn't that Berserk Bob? Berserker Bob? I would think that would be Berserker Bob. The regular old Bob. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But the bishop is just hanging. You can only be 1800s when berserking. Yeah, well. It's true. Everything seems to be falling apart.
Get that into her.
I'm sorry? All right, thank you. I'm hoping to get a haircut today. Actually, I'm hoping to get them all cut today, if the hair cutting place is open. Maybe it'll be open tomorrow, but they won't be open on Tuesday. Thank you so much. I figured you did. You are a reliable fellow. Love you, buddy. Upper and lower. Oh, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate you, Bob. With your other alts. It is true. We need to pile in there with what happened there. I felt like I lost everything for a moment, but it's all still here. Well, I appreciate you thinking that I got you there, but I believe that you were on your path to getting there for yourself, and you have to enjoy and appreciate chess. Baltimore, I think the elementary is coming to Baltimore. I've lost track of where the nationals are these days. But I'm getting to the point now. I'm trying to get to the stage where besides being on page 2 here, oh, I did not actually shut that speech chat down for the control panel, user group, YouTube, normal users, moderators. Normal users. Okay, good. Normal users have TTS at the moment. So if I take off the moderators, aha, Got it. Scheduled start time is required. Game playing chess. Google Drive options. Currently, Google Voices that come with Google Chrome will randomly freeze for unknown reasons. What are we looking at here? We could be looking at something better, but I'm looking at trying to get my opening book here. FM Master is doing pretty well here. Gotta play G6. How do we stop him from playing G6? That is the question. Looks like this game is going to end in a draw. Uh-oh. Thought I lost the kick stream for a moment. Ah. G6, C4 check. King to D2, A3. There we go. Well, we are off, folks. Be certain to check out the amazing power of chess informant. Let's see if does G6 A3. F6. C4 check. I do get the bits. There's a small percentage that that Twitch takes from the overall schema of things. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I think A2 is going to really present some problems for white. That king to D4 was not expected. Was he in trouble with king to D2? I believe that he had to play right here. He had to play king to D2, right? I guess it doesn't matter. He was in trouble no matter what. So the idea is yep, that's the end of it. Nope, there was no king to D2. He was really on the rough end of the stick the whole time with those two pass pawns. Berserking Bob. Yeah, that was a silly move. I'm better in this position? Wow, did I let it go? Knight e5 check. King to c8. Yeah, king to c8. But I had already resigned myself to drawing this game. Mhm. Top 3 results count. Let's see here. So the top 3 results count. I just have to make lemonade out of lemons today. I did break my pattern of losing 2 games in a row and then recovering. That's key. We're headed for a draw. F Menlo and rook on the 7th. No, you had to play for a win. You had to play for the win. Don't take the pawn. You have to drive the king in front of the pawn. Put your king appropriately there. Pawn moves up, and then you checkmate the opponent. Matcha latte, Bob. Thank you. Can't believe somebody said they actually came to my stream for the singing. That was very funny. Very, very funny. Well, we're solidly in the 1.5 point group. Let's just see what we have here for pairings. 2 players with 3 points. They should play each other. The top 2-pointer is going to be playing the 2.5. That means that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 2-pointers who are going to be playing each other, and the top 1.5 plays Bonga Cowabunga. And after that, there's a strange number of Initiativa Total might play down. And I will play Shadow 100 RM. Shadow 100 does not like to play Blitz, it looks like. $300 games, more games in Rapid, far fewer games in Bullet. And we're back. All right. Oh, let's go for the anti-prep line. The anti-prep line. MVS Guru. C6 always looks funny to me when it's not developing. Yes. So knight takes, bishop takes. Wow. Sorry, I apologize. So, there's some strange things afoot at the Circle K. E4. This is interesting. Interesting. Let's just avoid this. Well, that's interesting. Yes, it is that. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy Oh, no. I was supposed to take that one, right? Don't tell me I'm going to lose this one. Please don't tell me that. Because I didn't play bishop takes g7. Oh my God. Just hanging pieces left and right. Where are all the strong players today? $570 other players first. Yeah, knight d4 was ridiculous, but b4 got me back in the game. I'm still starting to slip. Ah, knight takes b4. This was my worst placed piece anyway. And that was just a blunder if I take on g7. I went from totally clear advantage to absolute muck because I took the pawn immediately. I didn't look at his idea. Even though I'd already registered his idea. My God. So after I lose this, this is almost the only move. This is an only move. This is an only move. Knight takes b4 is an only move. No, there's no saving this. $460 other players. Yeah, queen to c1 is a very common perspective move. Knight to b4, d4. But this was just ridiculous. I want to give it an even worse assessment. But that was crazy. This is what I was worried about there. Losing a pawn just like that. Knight takes d5. But letting him have 2 pawns and a space advantage. Then one blunder and that's it. One fast move, John. One ridiculously fast move. I just want to do the study for All right. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's look at the other games to cheer me up. Oof. And there is, see all the games, all the headlines there? Take a look. It looks like it. I just need to adjust it. There we go. We can see Agard versus Kitty Cat. I have a feeling, though, that Jakob is going to be our club champion. So now what's going on? 3-3. The center pawn is a little on the sketchy side. All right, we're going to take a momentary break while we watch Our Guard and Kitty Cat. See if we have an idea who Kitty Cat is. Yakil Sokolowski. Yali Sokolowski. Interesting. This is not really hanging because the rook on c2. Or is it? Thank you for the follow. Kick. Bot. Azmal Akbar. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I think we just broke 64 follows. We had a nice number, 64. I was wondering if I could actually cut it off at that. Are you working on your chess or your reading skills? I'll be back. Oof. So better than coffee. Much better than coffee. We got 2 hot dogs and a Pellegrino. Sparkling water. That way I can cut off the coffee for the day. Let's see what the tournament. 2 ongoing games. Kitty cat. Wow. That was unexpected a little bit. Maybe I jinxed Jakob. Yeah, now other people. Jacob lost? Question mark, question mark. Number 5 versus number 7. This looks pretty bad for the higher rated player, even though worried about A6 as well with the double ruts. That knight is officially trapped. Yep, that seals it. That still seals it, by the way. So rook versus knight is still bad. Yep. So white just had no time. Uh-oh. There's nothing here. Nothing there, folks. Move along. Somehow we got lunch in. And thank you. Thank you, Bob. Let's see if we can orchestrate our pairings here. Right now, the best under 2100. Well, I guess I'm actually quite safe in a way. Under 2100. I'm under 2100 in almost every rating. So MVS Guru, that was a direct blow to me. 2 games to go. He's at 2 points with 2.5. I'm at 1.5. If I can finish with 3.5 again, that would be lovely. We can't keep fooling around that way, right? So let's see here. There's no one on the bottom table. We have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 15 people playing. That means Kitty Cat should be playing Master. Yes, Kitty Cat should be playing Master. Bunga Cowabunga. All right. Moment of truth, everybody. Cheers. Litho chess missed knight to g3. We'll have to look for that. Do we wish to give the Benoni another go? If our opponent allows it? Absolutely, especially against knight f3. Starting to think I need to play c5 on move number 2. Well, that was interesting. That I did not expect. I did not expect that one. At all, at all, at all. At all, at all. All right, let's just give him a heads up here. Yes, we will probe the other weaknesses again later. That's going to be interesting. Let's just do a quick recap on that one there. Is d5 the main line? I've played knight c6 before. d5 is just supposed to be dead equal. But if I'm playing for a win with black, d5 may not be the way I want to go. Bishop g2 has to be played if white wants to get anything. Knight to c2 is also an option. Bishop g2, e5, knight f3, and d4. I've gotten this countless numbers of times. That was a pretty good and efficient game. What do you think, Bob? Azmal Akbar, thank you so much for following on Twitter as well. I felt for them. They really are 1800. It's possible that I'm not really 1900. But I am certainly under my old, really good rating of years ago. So c takes d5, queen takes d5, f3. f3, e5, knight b3, queen takes d1, king takes d1. Knight to g4 was definitely more efficient to ruin his pawn structure, but this actually works out well. So did I lose a lot of advantage here? I increased it. Waiting for that loss of tempo, and he creates more weaknesses. Yeah, My center pawn loss should be very low. 11. Not single digits, which is almost computer-like, but for those that don't know the center pawn loss, the center pawn difference between the lowest evaluation by the computer following computer lines versus human lines, where we often make blunders and we're not quite matched up with the computer. When you are less than 10 in the center pawn loss, the average center pawn loss, then you're very computer-like. It's almost unheard of to have a center pawn loss less than 5. Here, for example, the average center pawn loss was 50. Let's take a look at I was black. I've played 41 now, because this one hasn't registered yet. 41 Benonis. And I have pushed it over the 52% mark. 48, 48. Bishop to b4 check. d5 and b6. Doing okay in both of those categories. How many people actually play g3 against me? Not that many. Maelstrom. Maelstrom 57. Okay, we're getting there. All right, back to the club championship. Let's see what's going on. So we're on page 1. We managed to survive. We outlasted everybody. Who's the fellow that we have to watch out for? MVS Guru, playing rook on the 7th. Definitely has his hands full playing rook on the 7th. What in the world is that about? Oh my God. You cannot play g4. I repeat, you cannot play g4. Yep, bishop takes. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support. I know you don't have to hit the bell for the notifications. That's a little, it's always asking a lot. For you to hit the bell on notifications. So now, here we go. And we're off. With this check, the king can't move anywhere. The queen is not protected. There's nowhere for the king to move to because bishop e4 check. We didn't have much of a choice here, bud. We had to take this. Our queen is undefended. Our queen is undefended and it's being attacked by... This is not good, everybody. Not good. Namaste. Yes, just join the channel. I don't even know that this can be saved. I'm not sure what rook on the 7th is looking at. Oh, he did play it. Oh, and he went for bishop f1 check. Which is even worse. Far, far worse. Rook takes check. Getting ugly, folks. I think we should go back. Can't go for anything here. Yep. Only move. Check. And mate. So he missed mate in 2 before. By taking that pawn, he missed checkmate in 2, which I thought was possible. You want to play a game of chess? Come in here.
Not this.
I know, I'm in the middle of a tournament right now. Yeah, after. I'm watching 2 other players play.
I can do
But the guy missed mate in 2 again.
the game.
He missed checkmate in 2 again. Maybe he just likes to have the game going. So there's the game's
Stalemate.
no stalemates. Let's see what's happening here. 1 bishop and 1 knight, 2 rooks each.
That's what I had. But like the other one, the
I plugged it into charge downstairs.
is a purple iPad.
No, this is my grandson. This is my handsome grandson.
Purple iPad.
And he is experimenting with chess on Duolingo. The lessons. Your purple iPad is history.
Well,
It is so shattered. The screen is so shattered, and the glass was cutting my fingers. It's in a secure location. I can't tell you that. Let me tell you. Tell you right now? Okay, right now.
no,
I,
God.
the thing. Go see if Nana knows where it is. It's all the rage. I think it has something to do with they've got to deal with chess.com, so it's a beautiful thing. It's taking over the world. So suddenly it's 5 pawns to 5 pawns with, I think f takes e6 is coming no matter what. Yes, f takes e6. Initiative total. What? Why would these players agree to a draw? White lost 26 rating points on this. This was a no-brainer, right? Let me see this. You don't win any chess games, by the way, by drawing. 71 other players first. So even though I'm white. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I guess, but I would play on. This is a sport. You have to make something out of nothing. Litho chess? Oh, yes. Huh. My completely uninformed opinion. Focus on yourself first. Queen to b6. Knight to d5, knight f4 is a fascinating option. Yeah. I don't know if this has changed anything, though. Queen F3. And F6 certainly does simplify. It's probably simpler than knight F4. Yeah, I think knight F6 is better than the other move. Knight F6, Queen F5, but he's going with knight F4 anyway because he wants to get more out of this position. He just needs to avoid the mate. The queen has nowhere to go. Pawn takes pawn. Queen H4. Queen H4. It's not under 2100, but there are these guys at 2400 and 2500, but there is an under 2100 prize. There is an under 2100 section being played within this section. Personally, I believe that the under 2100 should always be played within the other sections. He is our leader. No, he is our leader. He is our leader. He is the head of Killer Chess Training. Where is it? I would definitely where is it? Control C. I am going to type adcom. Going to see if we can do this. Adcom. KCT. So I think the bishop has to give up. Now this is a fork. Rook F4. Queen D3. Knight takes E5. I'm afraid this game is over. Oh, what an in-between move. That could end the game as well here. There's just no defense against that. Capture. All right, that's it, folks. And I've been pushed to page 2. Rook on the 7th, 1. So MVS is on the other page now. Purdue has 2.5 points. Did I lose to Purdue? I did not lose to Pardue. That game was over? Wait, he survived this long being down a queen. Oh, please. Mondani is amazing. He is the coming. He is absolutely the guy we've all been waiting for. I can't believe that we've waited so long for this guy. I feel like White's getting mated by Queen E5 check. And then Rook to E6 check. Or Rook to C8 check. Both of them do almost the same job. King B6, Queen C5 check. But after that one, then we have Queen C5 anyway? Or do we want to play Queen C7? It's just mating a few after Queen C7. King takes A6, Rook A8 check. Yep. Unbelievable, yes. No, I'm no longer. I mean, I do believe in the conservative idea, but I can't stand what's happening with the world. They've taken it to such extremes where it's just we live in a fascist government now. I believe that the looking out for the bottom line, basically, your country is only as good as how well your poorest people are doing. Let's just leave it at that. Your country can only be as good as how your poorest people are handling it. Let's see here. We have Kitty Cat, Jakob Agard. I may have to set a delay for the championship because it'll just be me and one other person playing a match if I manage to get there. Wait a minute, he's still playing? That's not possible. Oh, he is still playing. Mr. Me6 and Shadow Room are still playing. There should be class pairings in the last round in theory. I should be playing Pardue. All right, Mr. Me6, Shadow Room. Looks like Shadow is suffering. G4, G5? I don't know about that one. I do believe that AOC has a shot at the nomination. Ouch, we're facing mate in 1. How does he stop mate in 1? Just keep running your king over there to the king side. Don't get pinned. No! You're threatening mate in 1. Why would you move there, Mr. Meesex? But I guess you can still threaten mate in 1. A different way with king. Yeah, he's got bishop G7 mate as well. It's a complete disaster. All right, I think I need to wash my face before this next one. So how many players are there left? The last 4 are definitely gone. Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. I like calling you Bob. It's a better alias name than any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on page 2. Pardue had a full point bye to get where he is. He's got 3.5 points on tie breaks. I do want to go and wash my face before this next round. So, can Kitty Cat play FM Master? Yes. Can Jakob play Mr. Meesex? Yes. And then it is the 4 with 3 points playing each other? Yes. And then it is 2.5, 2.5. I am the bottom 2.5. So in theory, I drop, but I can't play MVS again. Oh, I've not played MVS? Oh, yes, I played MVS. RG writing. All right, 36 seconds. Let's do this. Ah.
Uh,
And it was class pairings. We do have white. Let's try not to take our opponent for granted here. Isn't that interesting? Let's see what he has in mind here. Let's leave him with this bad bishop. Let's see if we've got this. Where are you going now? Yes, he's got that pawn. Mm-hmm. Oh, I may have blundered. We'll see why in a moment. This is crazy. We'll see what this gets us. Really? Really? You're gonna force me to do that, huh? All right. Let's go with the safer king then. We're going with the safer king, folks. Two pieces for a rook. Yeah, maybe it was the wrong rook. Could it have been the wrong rook? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the wrong rook. MVS. Check on the standings for a moment. MVS Guru. Yeah, Daniel Merrow, our erstwhile candidate master at Columbia Grammar and Prep, did the same thing. It was crazy. I think I won 11-2 because he went in with all the wrong attitudes. Interesting. Interesting. I still feel like where are you going, sir? So we have a protected pass pawn option. Huh. Well, I was worried about another move, but I'll take this one. His bishop, to coin a phrase, just keeps getting worser and worser. We're not giving away any pieces. Really? The rook! The rook! I thought he might go there. Let's see if we can cause some trouble here. All right, we kept our record going. 3.5. Oof. Got to go. Yes. Matcha latte, Bob. Thank you so much for being here, bud. Actually, stick around for the raid if you can. I don't know if you can. But it doesn't matter. I can't raid. I'm going to wait out the last of this event just to see where I end up placing because MVS is still playing, right? And did MVS tie with me? No. Is there anyone left under 2100? Let's just see. MVS GRU finished with 2. Shadow did his job. It never came down to tie breaks, thankfully. You made number 9 forever? So it looks like we are safe, right? We are safe with the under 2100 lead. Although I might be would Queen E4 work? That was a very crazy position that I just had, right? Let's just take a quick peek at it. C takes D5. It didn't like that much. Knight on B2, D2, but I was trying for bishop A3, A3. Queen C2. I can see Palbenko looking over my shoulder now, as he did so many years ago in the Manhattan Chess Club when I played C takes D5. And he buries his hand, Grandmaster Palbenko buries his hand, his head in his hand, and he goes, "Why are you even playing the Catalan if you are going to take on D5? So, for example, Queen to C2 is a normal move. There's nothing wrong with this, but that is ridiculous. And it worked out well because my opponent did so bad. MVS Guru, how are you? Namaste. Thank you for the sub. Years ago, I was blessed growing up in the Manhattan Chess Club era with Palbenko and Najdorf and Reshevsky and all of those guys. And although I always saw Reshevsky once, I never interacted with him. But Palbenko and I were pretty good friends. And I could see Palbenko, obviously, I would have Queen C2. Yeah. But interestingly enough, I remember one of those. Really? I love Poughkeepsie. You didn't work at the U.S. Chess Federation, did you? During the old Manhattan Chess Club days, I mean. The U.S. Chess Federation. I went up there and I lived in New Windsor. No, Moscow. Absolutely. I was there every single day. How do I shout out on check? Let's do this. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. They don't have the same collaborations on Kick. Let's try it. I'm going to try the traditional shout out command. It does seem to work. What? Oh. How about this? At. There we go. Now we got it. Namaste. Thank you for stopping by. Your first stream. I remember my first stream. I do. I remember my first stream so long ago. My first stream was May of 2020. May of 2020. Yeah, you look good, sir. I see you, buddy. No, the most important thing about doing this is that we're doing it because we just enjoy doing it. I don't expect, wow, Matcha Latte Bob subscribed for 1 month at tier 1. Thank you so much, Matcha Latte Bob. How did I miss that 16 minutes ago? Where are my sound alerts? So in any event, Kick is pretty cool. I don't honestly know a lot of the Kick commands, so I lucked out by figuring it out there. That is very cool. Good for you, man. I think you have enough Pepsi. He has enough Pepsi. So that was my whole goal, was to get rid of his queen, right? And leave him with a wrong colored bishop, a bad bishop. Are you a chess player, Del? I'm assuming that it might be Del. Del Macheos. Yours is subs only. Whoops, what happened here? What happened here? Oh, he accidentally, he's got 400 followers. He's doing great. Because he lost his connection. Or maybe he's on a delay. He's a young fellow. But yeah, MVS Guru. So did you go to the Vassar Chess Club? There was a chess club in that general area that I used to play blitz at near, it wasn't Vassar? What is the name of the college there? I'm drawing a blank. I don't think it's Vassar. Is it Vassar? MVS. God, I can't remember. Alan Cantor and all of those guys. They all lived up there. I was also good friends with Grandmaster Robert Byrne, who lived on the way. Yes, Kingston is further away, though. That's a little bit further up. MVS Guru, yes. Well, Woodstock. So Gene Mayer, when we played his team in the amateur team, I was on a team with John Kennedy, Shernaz Kennedy, and my ex-wife at the time, Beatrice Marinello. My wife at the time, not my ex-wife, my wife at the time. And Gene Meyer played the crab against her. In the last round of the amateur team, he played A4 and H4, G3 and B3. Yeah. And she crushed him. Yeah, the USCF guys. Yeah, those were the days. Did we play this tournament? Did you beat me? I feel like you beat me this tournament. That's what he gets. Yeah, you beat me pretty badly. Oh, because I forgot to play bishop takes g7. Yeah, I lost to you. You didn't necessarily beat me, but I didn't play bishop takes g7. I auto recaptured on e4. I played bishop to g7. This was a terrible move, though. And everything was almost going my way. If only I had played bishop takes and then bishop takes. The whole house is falling after that. But that's what the way chess goes. I'm a terrible player. I'm hanging on by the seat of my pants. We know how terrible we are. We all know how terrible we are. I do have a lesson after 4 o'clock. If you're still in New York, I don't know if you're still in the general area. Also, this was just a no-brainer to improve this knight because he has nowhere to go. This knight has nowhere to go. I don't know what I was thinking. Delaware is a beautiful place, by the way, everyone. It is a very small state, but it is a very beautiful place. I spent one Christmas renting a house on the beach in Delaware. That's a small town. I'm trying to remember where I was. Oh, it was such a lovely community. A little small beach town in Delaware. Absolutely lovely. We would always try to choose a house. We'd rent a house where all of the family from all over the country, whether you're in Florida or in Rhode Island or, on the West Coast, we could all converge. And we had older folks in the Arlington, Washington, D.C. area, so it wasn't as far for them as it was for the rest of us. But yeah, I love Delaware. Where do you play in Delaware? If you don't mind saying. Wow, what a jettison. I think you ruined my performance with this opening. Let's just take a look. Maybe not. I've only played one game in the line this deep. Really? That's cool. I would love to come and visit sometime. This was such a lame move. What was I thinking? I just told my school the other day, and it's created a lot of stress for me. I just told my school the other day that I am going to retire in 4 years from teaching chess on faculty at Columbia Grammar and Prep School. So at the age of the best way to do that, which worked for me last year, was to play Reykjavik in March. I'm playing Reykjavik in March. I was going to be playing Reykjavik again in this March. I have to actually check to see that I can withdraw peacefully from the tournament and get my refund, which I need to do. I have a student playing, and I hung out with Anna and Tamara. Anna Maya, I should clarify my Annas because Anna Cramling was also there at the time. Dina Bell and Kaya, Botez sisters were both there. This was just horrible. Yeah, you pummeled me. Nicely done. But I've managed to stick it out here. I've managed to somehow pull up a decent performance each tournament. I'm always in 7th or 8th place. It looks like I'm back in 8th place with 3.5. Yeah, so this was not number 4. So number 3. And number 2, I was 3.5 as well in 7th place. I started late there because I had a lesson that ran late. Yeah, I teach chess nonstop full time, and I enjoy it. But I really enjoy the private lessons more than I do the school classroom type lessons where 3/4 of the group are sort of into it, and you spend 90% of your time disciplining the kids that don't want to be in the class. And it's just not worth it. So I got 4 years left. I made it official. Harlem Tragedy, how are you? Let's see here. View your channel. Just going to make sure that everybody's coming up. I'd love to have enough raiders to view my good friend Nemo, but her settings don't allow me to raid with very few mates. So therefore, I have to downplay. Right? It was so much fun. I didn't have as much Bughouse when I was younger. Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm not retiring from teaching chess. I'm definitely retiring from school chess. Make sure I'm writing the right person here for what it's worth. All right. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for the follows. Please check out my socials. You can always track me down this way. I love to continue the conversation through those. Instagram, I don't check Twitter as much anymore. Yeah, it's good to not be a math teacher. The kids are so much worse than they used to be. Yep, indeed. The kids today are so much worse than they were back then. It's very sad. But if you're running a program for kids in chess in Delaware, I'm sure you're enjoying it. Anyway, connect on socials if you can. And I'm always here early in the morning. I stream about 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 7 a.m. Harlem Tragedy, namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone, for subbing on the YouTube. I think the kick offer is gone. But I am FIDE Trader and National Master John MacArthur. Thank you, Matcha Latte Bob, for the sub.